sisters, it is time to put together our monthly memory planning layout. If you are new to Paper and Glam, I'm Lisamarie and I'm so excited that you're here. This monthly video is just a chance to sit down together, chit chat about favorites, and put together this layout, which is just a simple guided approach to memory planning where we basically put together about 9 to 12 things that really marked the month and get them into our planners. So let's build the layout together. All right, let's get this memory planning party started. The first thing we're gonna do is pull out 3 sheets from our sticker binder. So we're going to want the March memory dashboard, our circles, and washi. So once we have those 3 sheets, we have what we need to build the layout. So we're going to be building on this blank sheet in the erincondren planner, right next to our memory dashboard, our monthly dashboard rather. So if you're just joining us for this series, let me show you February real quick so you can see what we're going to be building. So it's just a really fun record of your month that just takes maybe 20 minutes to put together that records some memories you might not otherwise get down in your planner. So here's what we're working towards. So I like to put on my washi first. I'm gonna choose this March plaid because it matches the March monthly header here so well. So I'm gonna pull that up and then just count 8 lines and put it down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and line it up, press it down. All right, next I'm going to apply my circles right above. I'm just gonna go right in order so the plaids are separated. And I like to just do this left one first so I can line it up with the edge here, and then I like to kind of get it equidistant between this top line or second to top line and the bottom of the washi. Oh, not quite. Luckily our stickers are pretty forgiving if you need to go a couple times. All right, and then I'll do this edge, and then we'll fill in the middle. And I like to just very, very gently put them down, then I can take a peek and see if I've got them aligned. And that looks great. Okay, I'm just gonna press all these down and we can put our circles back in our sticker binder. All right, so let's work on this top section. I'm gonna put the March header down next. I just like to center it between these 2 circles here. All right, push that down. And then I'm going to use the memories the memories sticker. You could use favorites. I'm gonna use words to live by and books read down below. So we'll just line that up here. Make a nice title. Next, I'm gonna get some icon stickers to fill in these circles. So I like to put some things that I'm tracking numerically and working to stay consistent on, and those for the recent past have been trips to the gym, books read, Instagram posts, and YouTube. We have totally fallen off the Instagram bandwagon in March though, so I may be tracking something different. But we'll start with the knowns. So I'm gonna grab the gym bag off of Gym Glam. So let's see, what gym bag do we want to pick that matches? We'll use this Easter egg bag since that matches our Easter egg circle over here. Some pattern on pattern. And then I'm going to grab a March book off of Glam Reads, and we'll do pink. And then we have YouTube is on vlog, but vlog is sold out at the moment. We need to get an update done for it because I am very much ready for an update to Glam Vlog. So this month we switched a little bit away from Instagram to start working on the Glam Digest. You might have received it in your inbox, and it is a weekly roundup of inspiration, videos, and stuff from our community, just anything that we think might inspire you. And so we have gotten 2 of those out yet. And if you would like to subscribe to the Glam Digest and just kind of get a roundup of beautiful layouts from within the community, videos, just anything that I've been thinking about. The next one is how to overcome a planning slump. You can sign up for it on the shop, or it gives you the option to sign up for it when you check out, or there's a little pop-up on the shop. So I'll use that to track this month. And so we actually got out 2, the first and second installments. And I probably should have put this little typewriter off to the side because I don't have much room to write. I just pulled it up really easily since it was a little bit tall with this big swoopy H. So I'll write first and then we'll choose a sticker that will fit from Glam Office. Live and learn when you're doing something for the first time. All right, and then I read just 2 books in March. And if you're wondering what pen I like to use to write on my stickers or write in my planner, I've been using the same ones for about 4 or 5 years now, and I always have it linked below. That's the most common question in our community is about pens, and it's a good question. So 2 books I read. Our March book, which was The Woman in the Window, which is not quite my genre of choice, so I was kind of waiting 396 pages for something to happen in that book. But some of our community loved it. And that's the beauty of book club. And we like to read outside of our wheelhouse. So that slowed down my reading pace. But I also read Off the Clock, which was like the book I've been waiting for all of my life. So it all works out. So I think I'm actually going to use this keyboard since it's a little shorter and whiter. Okay, so I placed that keyboard down. Sorry, Sunday gets very upset every day when our mail pickup is. So every day the postman comes and picks up all those hot pink mailers that go out to you, and she has a meltdown every day. She thinks that's part of her job, is to let me know when the mail is here and then to send him away. She doesn't quite understand that's how we eat. All right, how she gets her snacks and all. So for YouTube, we had a bit of a slow month for YouTube. We just had 3 videos. And I think last month we had like 8 or something. I think we went hard last month. 11. Holy moly. Oh wait, that 3 doesn't count book club. Okay, corrective measures must be taken here. So I'm just gonna peel off the circle, and sadly I ripped it, so, but it comes off easily. I just ripped it underneath here. So we'll put down another one and get our count right. I need my gold star for at least 4. I was like 3, that's not even 1 a week. Okay, so there's that. We've been working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes though, so we are, spoiler alert, rolling out some gold foil very soon. Well, I guess depends on your definition of soon. It'll be a minute because we're a few months ahead on production. So anyway, we invested in an amazing, like, state-of-the-art gold foil machine back in the December neighborhood. So you've seen it in action on our beautiful planner dividers. If this is your first video with me, here it is in action. Here's our dividers with just like the gorge gold foil. So this is what we're talking about, and they're so bright in person. The light's hurting me a little bit, but we got some beautiful double-sided dividers. So let's see if I can get it. Yeah, so gorgeous. So we're rolling that out with stickers, and it's one of the things we've been working on. All right, so we got 4 YouTube videos up. You guys know I'm obsessive about quality, so we've been testing like crazy because we did dividers, but it's a different surface. So we got to make sure that that gold is not going anywhere in the present or in 20 years. We like everything to be archival here at Paper and Glam because we're really creating records of our lives, and I just want everything to hold up beautifully for you. All right, I got 10 workouts in. March was not my most productive month. I had a lot of administrative stuff come up in life. You know how that happens? So I had a ton of dental work done, like literally probably 6 trips to the dentist. Uh-oh. You guys, that's my alarm to confirm that if the mail hasn't gone out yet, it needs to go out stat. Sometimes when our normal mail carrier is out, they don't do our pickup, and as you can imagine, chaos ensues from there. So I have the station manager on speed dial because if anything happens, I want her to know because I know you guys like your mailers and you like them lightning fast. So that's what we try to deliver. All right, anyway, just had a ton of administrative stuff come up. I had stuff like 3 different things with my car, which was crazy. You know, if you believe in Mercury retrograde, which was like pretty much all of March, yeah, I definitely had one of those months. And then just like taxes, which was, you know, the ultimate administrative undertaking. If you own a business, you have 3 separate taxes. So sales tax, personal tax, and business tax. So, you know, your girl was hustling a little bit. Next, I'm going to use these fun shamrocks to just decorate. And I like to apply them with tweezers because sometimes my nails and small little stickers don't get along. So just add some fun ones here and there and we'll chit chat. I was just writing the Glam Digest we were talking about overcoming a planning slump. And I think this time of year, administrative stuff tends to sneak up, number 1. And number 2, I also think like we're all just kind of a little bit ready for a spring break. And what helps me keep my planning mojo is switching from a mindset of planning to documenting. So, you know, sometimes when we're the busiest, it's when planning falls off. Also, workouts and reading the Bible and all that stuff we know really makes a difference in our life can slip off the radar. So for planning, it really helps me to say, okay, so you're behind on your planner, you're just documenting, you're writing memories, you're just making a record of your life, not necessarily planning ahead. Because I found that when we have a record of our lives and we know where our time went, it gets us away from that feeling of, what the heck, I don't know where March went. It came and it went. And when I know where the time went and I've taken the time to record some memories, I don't have that feeling. Like March seemed like the longest month ever. Did you guys feel like that? I don't know. I don't know if it's because I've been really diligent about recording things and just keeping a record even in the busiest seasons, or if it's truly that March was just the longest month. So you'll have to reality check me on that. Next, I'd like to put some little icons next to memories. So we'll use the pink ones here. Okay, so we got the top of our layout done. Next, we're gonna apply these memory prompts. And I always choose 3 to leave off. 1, because they don't fit on the layout, but 2, because I don't always have like something specific that I'm celebrating that feels like a standout memory for the month. I'm sure there's many things I could choose from, but I just like to choose 3 to not use, like going. I don't really have anywhere like new that I've been going lately. So I'll put that kind of on the back, and then pinning. I'm not pinning anything in particular right now. So we have these remaining that I'm gonna work with. Some work better for some months than others. So we'll just take them one by one and count 3 lines down. So we've got 3 lines to write the things that we're loving or learning and all of that. So next I like to put the edges on first. So I'll do savoring here on the other side and then fill in the middle. All right, our memory prompts are down. Next, I'm going to match up the icons on the bottom here. So loving, we have this heart. And then learning, I like to use the candle or the open book here. So we'll use learning, or that could be reading too, or you could use the book stack. I'm gonna use the coffee for learning because I like to wake up every morning, I make myself some bulletproof coffee, and then I read my Bible. And that's always kind of when I reflect and try to dial into what I feel like the Lord's teaching me in this season. So reading and then savoring. I like to use this candle. That always reminds me to like slow down and savor the moment. And they're usually seasonal candles, so that reminds me to kind of take a minute, take it in. We need to do our spring candle haul. I got my spring candles last week and I haven't even had a chance to open the box. So there's wearing our little shirt. Watching, what are you guys watching? The $1 million question. Speaking of $1 million, this month I got totally sucked into Selling Sunset. So singing, I binged it. It was like a show made just for me. I love $1 Million Listing, and I know a lot of you guys do too. Donna, I'm thinking of you. I know we both love it. And So this is Selling Sunset. So it's really like selling a specific piece of LA that's right by my house. And I love shows about LA. It's just, yeah, I just love seeing kind of my life through the camera, number one. Oh, I don't have a celebrating. Just kidding. And then also I love just seeing where they go. I learned about like a new nail place and just like all these things that I didn't even know about. So that's cool because it's kind of like a learning experience. And then praying is our last one. Okay, next I'm gonna put some washi along the bottom. What do you guys think? Should we use flowers? Should we use Easter eggs? Or should we keep it really uniform with some plaid? Decisions. Well, we can try both. We're gonna use some for like the little piece that goes down too. So we actually have a few to choose from. So we have one that goes across right here and then one that goes straight down. So I think I'll use the eggs to go across maybe, and then the plaid to go down. No, changing my mind. We will use this plaid and keep it uniform. So we need one extra space here because we need to have room for our labels. I was gonna try and give myself a little more room to write down here, but my quote isn't particularly long this month, and then I didn't read too many books, so we'll be fine. All right, that's a wrap on washi. Oh no, I need the line going down. So we need Easter eggs or floral. Maybe we'll use floral. I used floral last month. So let's see, let me see how long my quote is before I put this down. Okay, I didn't read too many books this month, so I will give my quote some extra room here. My quote is a Stephen King quote from a book I'm reading called On Writing. It's his book on writing. So not a horror book, as you might tell by the title. All right, next I'm just gonna put down these last couple headers here, these flags, and then we can just kind of chit chat about favorites and fill in our layout. Oh look, I didn't quite give it enough room. You guys can live and learn from me if you haven't put this together yet. All right, so books read and then words to live by. I love collecting quotes, whether that's like something I read in the Bible or something I read in a book I'm reading or something a friend said. I'm sure you guys collect maybe things your kids say. Sometimes I collect things my mom says, or Chelsea, ever the wise one. I have actually two quotes, one from Chelsea and one from Stephen King. I'm gonna see if I can fit both. If you're like, who's Chelsea? She's my everyday angel here in the office with me every day, hence the term everyday angel. So I have been loving blogging. So Paper and Glam in its first incarnation was a blog way back in 2008 when that was the way. YouTube was still kind of a space popularized by like gamers, and I know kind of the beauty gurus are getting started, but I didn't really feel like I had a place there, silly. But I've always loved to write, and that's something that I really do daily, and I hope to write a book one day, and I've actually been writing several books since 2008, but it's just kind of like when the spirit strikes. It's not a discipline right now. So back to blogging. I got a couple posts. They're both on God and Glam. I shared them in the God and Glam Facebook group, so it's just about what I'm learning through our Bible study together. All right, learning. So I've been learning a lot about detox protocols lately, and if you spent any time on the blog series, you know I'm obsessed with detox. I think it's the just key to preventing disease and fatigue, and just really is the secret. And just reading a lot about the detox protocols of top athletes like LeBron, and you know, an athlete, especially a basketball player, is like on the road playing, and you know their life really is determined by their performance, and of course while taking a beating. So I've been reading kind of what they do to stay healthy, and they all have just like really, really intense detox protocols, which makes a lot of sense. And that actually ties into my listening. I found a really great new podcast. It's not new, it's just for some reason I wasn't listening to it. I've been listening to Bulletproof Radio, who it was created by, I'm going to have to put Bulletproof on 2 lines. Maybe not. Is created by Dave Asprey, who created Bulletproof Coffee, which I've been drinking every morning since 2015. And his book, The Bulletproof Diet, really changed my outlook on health and just taught me so much. It's one of those books that I feel like I could read it once a year, and there's just so much information in it. He just came out with a new book called Game Changers that I also want to read. But his podcast is just super, super good. I was listening to one of his episodes was on like neuroplasticity, which is basically just changing the way our brain thinks. And, you know, our brain basically is like, it creates highways for things we think about a lot. And if you want to change the way that you're thinking, you basically have to rewire your brain. It's just really interesting. So much to be learned from this podcast, especially if sometimes his books have, well, The Bulletproof Diet has so much information, so much about supplements, and it can be overwhelming, whereas Bulletproof Radio really breaks it down. I just realized I wrote Bulletproof Coffee. Oh my gosh, the problem with talking and writing at the same time. We'll just add radio down below. This is why, like, always about halfway through this video, I start writing and then talking because I'm like, oh yeah, this is hard. All right, Selling Sunset. We chit-chatted about that on Netflix. So ready for season 2. And I need to know what you guys are watching because clearly now I need a new show. So eating, I discovered this new kind of pasta called Bonzo Pasta, and it is pasta made from garbanzo beans. And I really try to avoid wheat because even if you don't have gluten sensitivity, just the way that it's grown and manufactured and stored is really problematic and highly toxic. So that's why so many gluten allergies have been popping up the past probably 10 years. So I've always looking for alternatives because who doesn't love pasta? And this garbanzo pasta is really, really good. I actually think I like it better than regular pasta, whereas before other gluten-free options, it's like passable, you know, it's serviceable, but you kind of still want the real thing. Whereas I didn't feel that way with the Bonzo pasta. So I was really excited and totally having my mom make me mac and cheese when I go home for Easter this weekend. All right, drinking. I've been drinking Bones Irish Cream coffee. Super seasonal, super festive. Love it. You know, I'm still obsessed with my Bones coffee. What are you guys drinking for April? There's peanut butter and jelly, which would be good since PB&J Day is in April, but we got to pick out something good for our Easter coffee. I also just got their Cookies and Dreams, which is like their cookies and cream new release. I'm curious if they're going to release something seasonal for Easter. If you see something, let me know. I haven't had made a second to look, but I love just their limited edition flavors. It's just like something fun to look forward to in the morning. I think I've said before, I'm literally excited to go to bed at night because I can't wait to wake up and read my books and drink coffee. So singing, I've been singing Khalid Better for months now. This has been my jam, and it really hasn't gotten old. It's just like I just like the beat of it. Kind of reminds me of 90s R&B a little bit. Just, I don't know, it has those vibes. And I even love the music video where it has 90s BMWs going around in a circle. I have such a heart for 90s BMWs. And my car is a 2009, so she's been with me for the journey for a long time. All right, Khalid Better. So planning, I've been planning a Stagecoach meetup. So if you are in Palm Springs the last weekend in April, the last Thursday in April specifically, or you're going to Stagecoach, let me know. teamglam@paperandglam.com. Would love to meet you, and I'm really excited to meet 4 members of the Paper and Glam community who are going to Stagecoach and who I've actually known, you know, online for many years now. And savoring, I've been savoring long days. I just love all the daylight. It just feels like I'm getting so much more done, which I just said I didn't have a very productive month, but I've been like out and about later, and I don't know about you, once it gets dark, I'm like already starting to look forward to the next day. I'm a weirdo, I'm just not a night person, so I love the longer days, especially like getting up earlier and it being lighter and it not feeling like you're getting up at the crack of dawn. Love it. All right, wearing, and I'm just putting this down so I don't smear it. I've been wearing these mint green sports bras from Lorna Jane that are just making me so happy. Chelsea and I both have them, and we've been wearing them like constantly. Just a little nod to March. It's really hard to find green things. Have you noticed that? Like, it's kind of one of those colors. You have to get it when you see it. And Lorna Jane, because it's an Australian company, like their seasons are reverse of ours. So like they come out with a lot of their spring stuff in the fall. So I got them in the fall, and it's fun to finally wear them now that it's spring. I could, of course, worn them in the fall, but you know, my seasonal heart just wants to be wearing her fall colors in the fall. And also, I also think it's just like really fun to feel like you have a new wardrobe every month. It just makes life feel new and rhythmic and cyclical. I'm like a thesaurus for seasonal living. All right, reading, I have to say, off the clock. I cannot shut up about this book, and I'm forcing it on everyone I know, because once in a while a book comes along that legitimately changes my life. The last book that changed my life was Gretchen Rubin, The Four Tendencies. That just made me make sense of life in a way I hadn't before. I'm a textbook rebel, which is like 5% of the population, which totally just made so much sense. And that's how I felt about Off the Clock. And especially as a planner and a memory keeper, it just had a lot of the science and the research behind so much of what I believe in and what Paper and Glam is about. And it was just one of those moments reading that book where I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. This is important. Stickers, and this is why this lifestyle can really change your life. And like it was like one of those moments that I live for in the reading life, where Maureen Corrigan has a quote that says, it's about The Great Gatsby, where she says, it's like somebody lifted the lid off life and let you see the works. And that's exactly how I felt about reading Off the Clock and reading Great Gatsby. So, and all of my favorite books have that in common. So praying. I have been praying for a new designer for Team Glam. So our lead designer, not Miss Jessica, not my ride or die wifey, but Jordan, who has been my right hand in the design world for Paper and Glam for the last, 18 months. She has just an opportunity that she cannot refuse. So she's cutting back her hours for a season, and she's not leaving us completely, but we do need a new designer. So if you know a designer that you think would just be a great addition to Team Glam and could just bring our aesthetic to life, I'd love to know about it. And we've been interviewing like crazy, and if you could just keep Team Glam in your prayers, and I know God has just the perfect person picked out, because he sent me Jessica and Jordan and Chelsea and Ephraim and Lehman and everyone who just has completely transformed my life exactly when I needed them. So I know he has someone picked out for us, but I would love some extra prayers for that. Team transitions are always, it's a little bit stressful, because Jordan has been just so incredible, and it's a bummer to lose her, but totally understand. She needs to do what's best for her in this season, and look forward to continuing to work with her, of course. So, books read, The Woman in the Window. So that was our March read. And did you guys like this book? We talked a lot about it at book club, of course, but if you read it and didn't make it to a book club, would love to hear your thoughts. It's always like so hard to write on this coil. I just realized I messed this up. My reading was supposed to be Medium. I've gotten really into Medium lately. Have you guys used Medium yet? So it's basically like Instagram for blog posts. So you upload your blog post to the site, and the algorithm recommends your post to others and vice versa. And so I've been reading so much great stuff on just like running a startup and just really encouraging business advice. And I really want to start publishing to Medium and getting back into vlogging. One of the many things I'd like to do. So many interests, so little time. I'm just naturally curious and want to do all the things all at the same time. And then I have to decide what's actually going to go in each 24-hour period. So I totally wrote Off the Clock on here twice on accident. I was just so excited to tell you guys about it. Literally can't shut up. All right, so my first quote comes from Stephen King on writing, and I'll read it to you since I wasn't able to fit the whole quote in. But it says, "Put your desk in the corner, and every time you sit there to write, remind yourself why it isn't in the middle of the room. Life isn't a support system for art, it's the other way around." So that was my second quote here. It's something that I'm learning. I think, you know, running a business is a little bit like, or starting a business and then running it's a little bit like having a kid. And I don't have kids, but I get so many emails from you that that have gone through that, and kind of, you've said that you've lost yourself a little bit in the process. And I feel like I tend to feel guilty when I'm doing things that aren't paper and glam related, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have all these emails to do, and, you know, like insert laundry list of things that need to be done. And yeah, I'm just learning that life isn't a support system for art. It's the other way around, and just trying to find that balance, which is easier said than done. And then the first quote here is a quote from the wise one, Miss Chelsea, that is a quote from her dad, who's a pastor. Chelsea's a PK, and it's consistency is the mark of God. So I was talking to her about how her and Jessica and Ephraim are like superhumanly consistent. I just never have to worry about, you know, whether work's gonna get done or, you know, anything like that. They're just always just so even, so just kind and patient and just amazing people, and I'm so grateful for them. And she said consistency is the mark of God. And I mean, these three are like superhumanly consistent, you guys. They haven't even ever called in sick. And Jessica's been with me for like 4 years, and she's never once missed a deadline, never once called in sick. And obviously that is superhuman, and I get sick all the time and would more than understand people before stickers. But I was just like, man, these guys got some superhuman consistency. And then she busted out with that super wise quote, and I was like, wow, that makes sense. Oh Lord, timers on timers. It's time to register for SoulCycle. Speaking of getting sick, I feel like one of the things I could be celebrating is that I haven't been sick this year. Last year was like one of those years where I was sick like once a month. It was scary, but my immune system is back online, so I'm excited about that. Alrighty, so here is our finished memory layout. I hope this gave you some ideas for things you might want to record in your planner or in your journal or in your glam planner for just keeping track of those little things that make up a month. That's a wrap on our March memories. I cannot wait to read about your favorites for March. I always get ideas and figure out things that become my next month's favorites, so my April favorites. In housekeeping news, we just released our May collection. It's so fun. The theme is brunch, so for all of my brunch loving gals, we have just the cutest headers and collection. This one has a group of gals cheersing. We always put together like a seasonal scene on our headers, so May is no different. I would so love to send that home to you. And then also we have our annual sale coming up. So here at Paper and Glam, we don't do seasonal sales like Black Friday or Cyber Monday, because we really like you to have those time of the year to focus on your family and the reason for the season, and same goes for Team Glam. So we have one big sale in the spring every year. We put tons of stuff on sale, and it is going to be Saturday and Sunday, the 13th and the 14th. We also have early access for members of our Facebook group and also members of our text message family. We've been calling it the Glam Text Fam. So we've been sending out text messages when a brand new collection drops, and just for anything special. So far it's been just when a new collection drops, but this time we're going to be giving early access via text, and of course we'll post the link on our Facebook group. So you can click on the link and shop right away on Thursday. It's Pet Day, so I think that's the 11th. So the 11th, watch out for either a text or the link on our Facebook group. And then on the 13th, we'll be doing a walkthrough on YouTube, Saturday the 13th at 8 a.m. So mark your planner. It's going to be a premiere, what YouTube calls a premiere. So I'll be online chatting with you guys live, answering any questions you might have. And yeah, I'm really excited to get you guys some glam on sale, and also make some room for all of our fall collections and the things we've been cooking up. We're working on binder spines for sticker binders and gold foil and lots of fun stuff that's coming, but we have so much cute stuff here that needs some homes. So with that, I think that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you guys so much for spending a piece of your day with me, and for all of your support of the Paper and Glam community, just for taking the time to leave me a little note or giving this video a thumbs up, and of course all of the hot pink mailers that we get to send home to you. So until next time, sisters, happy planning.